Hey kids, this is Pulse Right Vision coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. And look at this, Red Squirrel shows up right after we show that amazing video. Red Squirrel, reach out to me in DMs and let me know where you're sitting on those J4 fuel cells. Dude, are you going to miss Journey 4? Mint. We have the minting window open for the next 10 days. And we've seen some very interesting behavior on that on in in minting that I get into maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But if you go on chain and look at something, a couple big shifts in this minting phase, and people that just got paid so insanely fat and sick on that last one. It was bananas. People were walking away with a lot of dark on that third drawing, and a lot of them are rolling it right into this next mint. So it's great to see you, Red Squirrel. I still have Retro Static I need to pay for winning the Pink Miss Well show right there. We got an updated Pink Miss Well testnet. Mr. Rock Jockey's in the house. What's up, Mr. Rock Jockey? Good to see you. We might be doing a giveaway. We might be doing some games to keep you guys entertained and excited, and you might be able to win some more dark to put into this minting phase. Elizabeth M shows up at just the right time. I have not paid out the winners and runners up and finalists from the art contest, but we're working on adding Elizabeth's art. Elizabeth, congratulations very much. Her art is the winning art for J4. So her art is going to be attached to every J4 NFT that's minted. And so watch for that update. Obviously, people are minting a bunch of these, but they're showing up as the default J1 fuel cell picture of Michael Jordan. These are not Michael Jordan rookie cards. These are J4s, but we are going to update those with her image. And I will try to get as many of these. I've got to get the dark sent out first so that you guys can use these in minting. And then also the reward points are going to ramp up as well, not only in minting, but we'll pay out some rewards to these awesome people that participated in the art contest. The next art contest is going to kick off really soon. It's the very first entry is from AJ Rip City Cuts, and it's his Darkness Falls, Darkness Falls, and that was a killer music video and song, both. Like that, I can't even believe how much awesome stuff you guys are making for the community. And again, shout out to Elizabeth. Huge congratulations. Her or Zephyr probably would have won the art contest for J3, but there was some monkey business going on, and so that's why we moved it into the collective. If you haven't joined the collective on X, join the collective on X. If you haven't gone to our website and put in your email in the place, put in your email, because we're going to start reaching out to people, excuse me, in the emails to keep you guys informed, just so you don't miss stuff like the minting window of the lotteries. So good morning indeed, Elizabeth. Great to see you here. Let's see. You guys choose the hat today. We have one non-crypto hat, but I don't see you guys voting for that. We have the Puma hat, that we wear when we're outside sometimes. And so we have the Puma hat. We got the Hex Blue Magruder hat. We have the white Casey Flower of Life Hexagon OG hat. And we have the No Permissions hat. Nope. You guys let me know which one of those to put on. And shout out, as always, to Hex T Armstrong for the chains of awesomeness. Handmade, beautiful chains. I did get a couple of addresses from Brightlight and Vets, so I'll try to get those in the mail on Monday when the post office opens up. Okay, so like I said, let me actually add this to to this link right here. I'm going to copy this link, and then we're going to replace this other link. So we have an updated link for the Pink Mistwell game, so we can play that with you guys and have some fun. And as you just saw in our Telegram, in our Telegram, you'll see that we have the alert, or the reminder over and over again to join our collective, which we'll show you guys on Twitter real quick. So yeah, very, very cool. Oh yeah, it's looking better already. I can't wait to show you guys this. The link to join is right here. It's in our Telegram, and it's all right here. Oh, I was just typing this live right now, and then boom, and then paste. Nope, that's not what I wanted to paste. That's actually the test net. I want to paste this right here. I'll just put it like right now there. And then here's the link to join is both on YouTube, and it's also going to be on Twitter. Paste that baby right there. There we go. Okay, we've got so much going on right now, like just a silly one right here. Oh my goodness. Kate Figor is talking about reposting Hex T. Armstrong's link about the Pink Mistwell, which is going crazy. People are buying it today, and it's making all-time highs again. It's insane. Let me also put this in our Telegram. We'll jump up here to anti-gravity, which it just had another notification. If you guys are getting sick of these notifications, just join the collective on X. And again, here's the StreamYard link right there. I'm also going to DM it to Dawn just in case Dawn can join us. We love going to Dawn and pasting that right there. There's a couple things I wanted to show you guys, a couple updates that we're working on, and as soon as they're ready, I will share them with you. But there's a really good day. We've got some stuff I'll be going over. I'm out of dark, but I'm up on fuel. What does this mean? Well, the fuel cells are like T-shares. They're like eternal T-shares. You don't have to, they don't expire. You don't have to go back and end your stake. They just roll until you either feel like selling them to someone else for their, because they have cash value to them, or you can vaporize them and you're out of the game. So fuel cells are the future. Dark is the present. But if you look at the dark matter price chart, it would have been a lot better to mint the fuel cells and earn more dark than to hold on to dark. So the people that held on to dark, thinking short term they could make some money, a lot of them are out and have sold pretty much. And you just have this small core group of people with a bunch of fuel cells. With a bunch of dark that are just minting the heck out of fuel cells, especially this being Journey 4. Journey 1, 2, 3, and 4 have the highest yield. Like we've shown you guys the graphs. The payouts get really silly around Journey 8, 9, and 10, like really silly. And it's a great time to mint fuel cells. You don't have enough fuel cells, and you don't have enough dark because you need dark to mint the fuel cells. But I have DM'd Dawn and you guys in Telegram, and the link, of course, is here to join if you guys want to jump in. That being said, I'm going to share my screen and go through a bunch of this stuff right here. There we go. Share audio, share. We can drop that and that off of the screen. We have the screen of infinity going on right now. And let's go to Twitter first. If you look at Twitter, Kate Figor has reposted this one right here, and I reposted this one. If you're looking for a pulse chain chart that's up and to the right, click the link above. This is what a benevolent, well, and committed community, both intrinsically and determined, can accomplish institutionally and determined can accomplish in the universe of PvP crypto. Clan up with the collective. Let's ride. And I mean, yeah, we've got these. In fact, we got this sick animation of this from Zephyr Trips and Kate Figor, both very, very interesting. Or yeah, wait, who put this up here? I think XT Armstrong actually came up with these, putting the howitzer on top of the pink mist well. Absolutely amazing. But if you go to communities and you go to collective, this is where you can enter for the fifth J5 fuel cell art contest that's coming up next, and win reward points in dark. And somewhere in here, it might be in the it might be in the Telegram that we have that. Oh, look at me! There I am showing you guys the hats. Did you guys comment yet? Tell me which hats you guys want to go for. Oh, you guys, whoever puts the first hat in comment, that's what I'm wearing. Yeah, so go to the collective, join the collective. We had 28 members, now we have 33. So 5 people have joined since we've been spamming the heck out of the collective, out of the Anti-Gravity Saga Telegram. We've had a lot of people already telling us that they have, they've been tweeting, hey, I minted for J4. You should do the same, jump on the train. Here we go. We're going to connect our wallet. This is our favorite chart in the entire world. Our favorite website in the entire world, agproject.io. If you go to minting, this is where you can connect your wallet. And I'm on a different address right now for the testnet. So I'm on Pulse testnet instead of Pulse. So it's going to be orange for me. But we've seen a lot of people popping up right here. Now, remember, we only had like 232,000 or something like that in the treasury, and it's going up pretty quickly. 239. So there's 239 in the treasury. It's going up. We've got 2,000. Let me refresh this one. Yeah, 2,075 dark in the jackpot box already, and an additional 7,000, I believe, in the treasury. That's pretty cool. So yeah, make sure you guys are coming here and doing that. Very, very cool. I got about 24 dark in this one because we did scrape those 2 winners that we're sitting on forever and doing some giveaways with. Make sure you go to Coin Market League and vote for Carpe Diem and excuse me, vote for Carpe Diem. Vote for dark. And this, if you guys are parts of other communities, I highly recommend you get yours listed up here and get your community voting on it. We got to give some love to Hex as always. Hex is getting some steam here. No, I'm not a robot. Yes, I'd like to share it on X. And there we go. We'll post that, baby. Nice. Okay. And then Hocus Pocus Finance. Want to vote there? I'm not a robot. Share. Post. There we go. So now we have actually given love to all these communities, and they will see this and they'll be like, oh, cool, let me check that out. And maybe they'll even come follow me here on Twitter. But either way, that's the Coin Market League. Go vote there every single day. Looking at OX Bistro, very interesting. Someone put up about 30 dark this morning. Okay, I'm going to switch to Pulse Chain. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay, so we're back on Pulse Chain. Here, we'll have to switch for the game. But as you can see, there were 30 of these this morning at a good price. 29 of them are gone. There's one left at 864. And then these right here, here's the one for 1,000. That one's definitely out of the money. But this dark matter right here, this is out of the money as well. This one's listed at $12.44 per token. And the reason it's listed at $12.44 per token is because we got a bounce in the market. So a lot of these tokens went up in value. So actually, you can buy, but you can buy for a better price because one dark right now is just around $9. It says this is what Bistro is reading. 0x Bistro, by the way, guys. If you guys want to buy or sell tokens, I would definitely come to oxbistro.io and list your tokens and see what kind of a market they have right there. And what's up, Retrostatic? Hey, good day, all. Yes, Retrostatic, I got your DM and I have your dark headed your way as soon as probably right after the stream, so you can use them to mint if you want. We got Mr. Rock Jockey, no Pat as always. You got it. Now you can't see me right now, but I am putting on the no hat, so you'll see it when I unfreeze my screen. But yeah, no hat. Thank you, Bright Light. Very nice. Also, I did get, like I said, I got your address and Jake's address or mail a shipping address to ship some chains to. So I hope to get those out on Monday. Going down the list here, as I said, OX Bistro, I just put it in chat. This is a place to list your tokens so you can get full price for your tokens or set whatever price you want. You can even set a dark for $1,000, like we did right here. It doesn't mean someone's going to buy it, but it does. It's whatever you want it to be. And there's no slippage buying and selling here, which is nice. Very, very nice. There's a 1% fee or a 0.5% fee right here if you create an order and you sell something, but the buyers don't pay any fees. And also you can buy a percentage or nibble at these stacks. You don't have to buy 1 or 15. You don't have to buy all 15 million YEP tokens, which, by the way, Ray is the YEP token founder. And if you guys are looking to jump into the DAT farms and you want some YEP and Nope, then I think that one's paying something silly right now, like something really silly. In fact, let's go to Hocus Pocus next and check this out. So here's Hocus Pocus, and here's the farms, and we're going to go to active, and these are all of the tokens right here that are active and listed this way. Let's actually list it like this, and let's search the YEP token. So if you look at the YEP custom active, no, just active. Come on. Maybe it's because I put this in here. Let me connect my wallet, see if that makes any difference. It probably shouldn't, but well, I'll show you guys what the APR right now is on that. These farms are insane paying. I was keeping it a secret and respecting the wishes of Randy Olarski, and then he comes on stream and he's like, hey, and he starts talking about the DAT token, which is, we'll get into in a second. I added it to my list. But basically, yeah, the YEP and the Nope, there's a lot of Nope farms as well here. In fact, let's just, yeah, okay, so here's YEP and Nope. If you guys went and bought that YEP off of OX Bistro and you had some Nope and you paired them together and you invested them here, this one is paying 242% APR right now. That's absolutely insane. And it says I can claim 6.49, but I don't think I can. I don't think I have that to actually claim. Let's hit claim and see if I can actually claim it. No, it's saying that I can actually claim it, but I don't think I have YEP and Nope in this wallet. This is bananas. So yeah, someone's got $6.45 here to claim. In fact, I bet you it's because of the impersonator. Yeah, it's because we have the impersonator address. That's why it's pulling this up. Okay, so check this out. Let's just get rid of the impersonator address. Right there. And then, then you can see that it's 241% APR right there. And then in the agreeable tokens with 2 fucks, it's paying 77% APR. So you could go to Bistro and you could buy some Nope off the market. Sometimes I've seen Nope over here too, and DAT token right here. But you can buy both of those. You can go over to Hocus Pocus. You can invest them and start making 241 APR, which is insane, paid out of the DAT token. We'll get to that one in just a second. So not sure how long it's going to last. Looks like it's in the money. It's white. You can buy it with PulseX, DAI, and Pulse right now. Those are the 3 tokens that are accepting right there. And yeah, we'll see if this dark down here, these 33 dark, go back into the money. I think there was like 100 to begin with, and 74% of them have sold. So interesting stuff, interesting chart. Dark's making a nice bounce against the hex pair right now. Looks like it's reaching towards 10 bucks. Let's start back at the beginning though. We have the wrap pulse token. Pulse is making a nice bounce today. A little doji action going on here. An indecisive candle that sometimes goes down, sometimes goes up. Interesting. We'll see where we end up at the end of the day. But yeah, Pulse is trying to bounce and get out of these bottoms. And of course, all these other tokens are going to look very, very similar because of Hart's Law. So Hex is making a stronger bounce. Pulse X is making an not as strong as a bounce, which is weird. Like usually Pulse X is stronger and has a lot more liquidity paired to it. And if you put it against Wrapped Pulse, yeah, you can see that Pulse X is doing extremely well for this L1 for Pulse Chain. Like look at that. That looks a lot different than the dollar amount. The dollar amount is not letting you see the full picture. So if you look at it in Pulse, it's like hello. Nice. Very, very nice. Oh, that's not even in log. Let's log that baby. Log that baby up. So in log, you can see it is breaking the previous high, which is nice to see. It's got a higher low. That's also good to see. Ink. What's going on with ink? Inky dinky dink. Ink is also not, it's ranging right now. It's consolidating. It's not popping up yet. So ink's at about $1.19 for you guys doing the ink printer and all that cool stuff. Solid X, this is Firewell's token, and this one is ranging right here. It's consolidating, getting tighter. Very interesting. And this is it against Pulse X. So if we look at it against Pulse X, look at this. This is interesting as hell. You got this really big rejection right here, a bounce that just threw this thing into the air. It's coming down a little bit, but look at this. It bounced there and then it got completely rejected here. Something is going on inside this ecosystem. Check out Solid X. Bounce. Boom. Interesting. Very interesting. Ping Miss Well token. You guys are all just insane lunatics. I don't know what's wrong with you. This thing is going crazy. I'll tell you it's not actually going wrong with you. It's what's right with you. You guys are freaking cool. And you guys are buying this and sending it to the Ping Miss Well. And the Ping Miss Well has just got diamond hands. Like he doesn't need to sell. So as long as he's holding this and people are sending it to him, we have no idea how high this could go. We've seen some pairing with Dark, and we'll probably see some pairing with that. And yeah, that'll be pretty interesting to see what the pairs do, and Hart's Law playing on these ones. But Pink Miss Well, don't sleep on it. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. If I pulled up Pink Miss Well, yeah, that's the same chart right there again. But somewhere in here, I have the, you can actually copy it, look at it on Pulse Chain. Let's see, here it is, right here. Pink Miss Well, sitting at 75, almost 76% is in the hands of the Pink Miss Well. 11% is in this token, this address right here that we see doing some interesting pairs. And then we have the locked liquidity in Pulse, which is about 8.5%. So if you add 75, 86, 95, almost 96% is locked up in these addresses right here, right in the top three. So, oh, look at these cute little pairs. This is interesting right here. Some of them might be with Dark. In fact, I should do the Dark and Pink Mist one right here. Let's copy this. Let's add that to our chart. Let's look at the Pink Miss Well and Dark chart to see what's going on here. Paste that baby. Pink Miss Well Dragon, Dark Pink Mist Well. And the dragon's still got some liquidity there. But if you look at this one's crazy. This one is bananas. Dark has gone from is this in USD? Price, market cap. No, this is the price. But this isn't the price in this is the price in Pink Miss Well. So right now, Pink Miss, it's 66,000 Pink Miss Well for one dark. And we will see what happens here. Let's put in log so we can see it a little bit better. As you can see, Pink Miss Well is going up against dark, but eventually it may also pull up dark if Hart's law holds true, which should. Interesting. Let's do this. I wonder why it won't show it in dollars. Come on, let's see if we can see it in. That's not showing it in dollars, but it was at one point. It was 3.1 million Pink Miss Well per dark, and now it's good. So you're getting a good deal there. Very interesting. Let's add this to our watch list, of course, so we can check on this one later. Let's look at dark. So dark is in the middle of a bounce right here. This is our bull market right here as people are minting and locking away more dark into the treasury and into the lottery. We may see people scooping up a bunch of dark at these prices because let's face it, those are not bad prices. If we look at it in Pulse, you can see we're ranging upwards. We're actually kind of like gaining momentum to head back up, maybe to our previous high, maybe not. Our highest on this chart, which is not actually that correct, is 1.39 million pulse per dark, and now it's 376 pulse per dark. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting because you'll see the dark and the Pink Miss Well, going at it. Like if we go back here to the Pink Miss Well, and we look at the price in Wrapped Pulse, shut the door. Shut the front door. This is what it looks like. So yeah, 5.5. Woo! So it takes 5.5 Pink Miss Well, Pulse, to get one Pink Miss Well. Is that correct? Yeah, because it was 1 for 1. No, it was even money right here. So Pink Miss Well was the same price as Pulse right around here, and it's gone up 5x against Pulse in the last couple weeks, the last month. Let's see here, 13th of March, 12th of April. So yeah, it's been about in the last month, it's gone up about 5x against Pulse. So that's one way to get some extra pulse right there. Going down here, let's check out the Actuator token. Actuator is an interesting token. It's been going down like a lot of incentive tokens. People think it's a dump-only token. The thing that people don't realize about Actuator is that you can actually compound it, farm it, and get liquid T-shares or HTTs by locking it up for 90 days. And so we saw a big rejection here at 0002, and now we're at 0004. Not bad. And you can get these for free. You can earn these for free by providing liquidity with Hex and HTT and farming it. So you can farm these and then compound these into HTTs and just do an endless cycle loop, if you will, of this. And it's based on liquid T-shares and Hex. So you earn Hex, you earn HTT, and you earn Actuator, and you can just, like I said, you can just roll this. We'll show you guys in the Actuator chart in just a second, but dang, like let's see where this goes. Again, this thing only gets paid out for 3 years. So it gets paid out the most this year, a little less next year, and a little less the third year, and then that's it. That's the complete supply. It stops giving these out. So this issuance is only 3 years long. Check out Actuator. We'll go over that later. Coast token. You can get Coast token for 98.5 cents, but you can redeem it for a buckaroonie on ZeroXCoast.com. ZeroXCoast is the best place that I know of to onboard and offboard fiat, on-ramp and on-ramp, on-ramp and off-ramp your fiat directly to Pulse Chain. That's what I'm trying to say here. ZeroXCoast.com. And if you're in the US and you set up a bank account at Old Glory Bank, these guys work really, really well with Old Glory Bank, and you can connect that, to your bank that you're already using. And it's very seamless and easy and cheap, very cheap. 3% fee if you don't have a bunch of their tokens locked up. But if you lock up their time tokens, their weight tokens, my bad, weight tokens, which I think you only need like $50 of their tokens locked up, then it drops your fee from 3% to 1%, which can save you thousands. It could save you tens of thousands in a bull run to lower that fee here. So check out ZeroX Coast. Let me check back and see. Green Room's good. Notepad as always. I got it on. You guys will see in just a second. Guten Morgen, Mitch. Here for the alpha, well on the road, Max. It's Corey, an investor. So good to hear from you. I cannot believe that you didn't win with your song, but we're going to keep playing your song and giving you love here. Don't forget to mint. Have you had a chance to mint, Corey? Let us know if you're going to get those mints in there for J4. And then, of course, Guten Morgen, Mensch. So we can talk about Nat now. Wow. Well, Randy came on my stream and talked about it. So it's pretty amazing. And we'll show you guys that chart in just a second. Amazing. Thanks so much. Love the game nights. Yeah, I like my coffee just like I like my crypto. Dark. Loving it. Okay, let me see here. Oh, we do have someone in the green room. What's up, Jason? Good to see you, my friend.
See you.
Yeah, have you tried Xerox Coast yet?
Brother, I think I had my account with Old Glory before you did.
I think you did too.
I can look at my data vision. I got a little bit of echo. I might have to just a second.
Shout out to Brightlight here. Here's the YEP token that I was just talking about that's for sale on Bistro right now. And it's taking a nice healthy bounce right here. And it looks like it's getting some support. And it's gonna rhyme almost identically with Nope because it has a lot of its liquidity tied with Nope. So Nope has the same round bottom right here. And so Nope, YEP, and SolidX are very, very similar. They're tied a lot of liquidity. You can see a little bit of consolidating in a range here, but this, we're all waiting to see if this is the actual bottom because we have trust issues. After the last 11 Black Swan events, we are a little leery about, is this really the bottom? Is it really the bottom? That's what I want to know. And DAT token. DAT token's a very interesting token right here. Let's throw on the log and look at this bounce right here. I believe 100,000 DAT token were just burnt. And we saw this bump, this jump right here when they were burnt. So the supply, not only is the emission rate in the farms going down, but they burned a ton of their supply. So check out the DAT token and look for pairings with a DAT, maybe Pink Miss Well, maybe Dark. And again, Dark and Pink Miss Well have a pairing right here. And Pink Miss Well is just destroying everything. Pink Miss Well is this unstoppable beast. I love your post about Pink Miss Well. In fact, I retweet them with the links for what's going on here. What do you have to say about Pink Miss Well?
I might find out. Definitely an echo. I know. I gotta turn it down.
There we go. Are you getting an echo? Sometimes when I share it, it gets an echo. And I think he accidentally rugged himself there. Echo. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to turn off my sound. Because like I said, when my sound comes on, it plays into their microphone and then gets the echo. So apologies for the echo. If he comes back on here, I'll jump in here and I'll re-share the stream so you guys don't hear the sound. But going into actuator token that I was just showing you guys, our actuator stake right here, we have a stake worth right here we have almost 28 hex that we've earned and almost 28 HTT that we've earned. And then if we go to our farm, our actuator farm, you can see that the $69, it's worth $69 today. It's gone up a bit. We're getting 86% paid out. Ooh, the 3000s are getting 91%. So you might want to jump in that pool as well. But you just pull the liquidity and then you put it here. There's no time lock on it. But we could take these 7,000 actuator tokens that we've made, which is a hell of an APR, by the way. And we can go to the HTT vaults and we can lock those 7,000 actuator tokens into the vault, and they'll pay us HTTs. So we can actually lock some up here for HTT 3000s, 5000s, 7000s, and earn HTTs on our actuator, which is compounding in the loop. Shout out to Magikarp Ride 369. They're the makers of Stakehouse. If you guys want to just join a pool of other people to maximize your bonuses and minimize your fees, go to pls.0xsteakhouse.io pools, and you can actually click on them over here. You can go to Bistro, Buffet, and some of their other platforms here, and people are maximizing their bonus right here, which is nice. Let's see here, fatty.io. Let's see if they've added the price of dark yet. And this is the mystery box in here. Still not showing the dark as a value yet. And I believe that Triplet Dad was explaining why this was earlier on stream, but maybe not. Let's add Jason here again, our Hex T Armstrong. And I am going to kill my stop screen. And then I'm going to present again. And I'm going to... Actually, let me unfreeze my face so I can show you guys this sweet no permissions hat that I've got on right now.
Patiently waiting.
Okay. Change that right there. So let me change my camera one more time and see if it brings my pretty little face back up. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so now I'm just a voice from the void, but we don't have any echo. Is that correct?
Am I on speaker? Am I broadcasting?
Yep, so you're on stream.
Yeah. So you asked me what my thoughts about that pink Miss Well.
Mm-hmm.
I can almost pinpoint every time that I've caused a run with our amazing community on just a little bit of buy pressure. Especially yesterday, that was a whole lot of fun. And woke up today and we all-time high once again overnight.
Yeah, it's pumping right now. I keep telling people they're not ready for it, and
so here's what I think. I think it was an excellent idea to pull about a quarter milli peak Miss Well with some dark on Pulse XV2.
Yeah,
I think that was an excellent move on my part last night.
Whoa. The next move is 9mm V3.
Yeah,
so
I tried navigating that, but I couldn't quite get 9mm to work on V3. But I'll play around with it. I'll get it figured out. I love a challenge.
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing. Jump in Sloth's Telegram because they are liquidity masters.
So here's what I think.
Sloth.
In the spirit of karma and goodwill, I think you should buy some pink Miss Well. You should send some pink Miss Well to the pink Miss Well, and you should hold some pink Miss Well in liquidity. That's what I think.
I agree with that. I've somehow angered my camera so much that it won't even. But that's okay, because you guys are going to have to believe that I'm wearing this no permissions hat that I wanted to show off.
Hey, next stream you should get out a fresh $289 laptop in your closet, the ones you hand out to your onboarders, and just stream from that. Just pristine, brand new, $280 laptop.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
I
Let's
knew
see what.
committee's
Let's see. Huh?
being generous. They go bargain shopping for these little pieces, and they are minimal laptops. Hey, how are you doing today? I now that my face doesn't work, I finally get to meet you face to face.
I've seen you on video before. I thought I'd pop in and say hi before I have to go.
Yes, thank you for coming in. The chains that your husband makes are absolutely amazing. You can feel the goodwill inside of them when you wear them.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. He loves doing them.
Show them that you got yours on.
Oh wow! Oh,
Yep.
those are some cool colors right there.
Orange and black, my favorites. All right, I gotta go.
Bye. Break a
Have a
leg.
great day.
She's got second night of Newsies. She's prop master. Fantastic show if you're in the Tri Cities area. Get your
Oh,
tickets for Vibe.
I can sing most of that musical by memory. I love you, Newsies. That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
it's fantastic.
Yeah,
I'll put a little 1 minute video in the Telegram chat of some of the props I helped make.
yeah, yeah. Corey says, "Oh, I'm minting," and Bright Light says, "Hi, music shirt is awesome." Hex Glenn's in here giving us a wave. Hex Glenn came in really well with about four of the entries into the art contest. That he'll probably get some honorable mention rewards for. So shout out to Hex Glenn. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Is the Pink Miss Well not financial advice?
That's a double negative. I like that.
Yes.
This is not financial advice. I think that's the new phrase. This may not be not financial advice.
Yeah. So we've gone through a bunch of this stuff right here. I'm going to present my screen again since my camera's not working anyways. And I'm going to leave the sound off for now and hopefully we won't get that echo thing going on. But here we are. We're back in this one right here. And people can hear you right now, even though you're not on screen. Or they should. Go ahead and say something. Let us know in chats what's going on. Bright Lights laughing. There we go. Yeah, try saying something, Hex T, and make sure that they can still hear you back there.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I can hear you, which means that hopefully they can hear you too because I've got you on stream. But I wouldn't be able to hear you if you were just backstage. So we continue on. Let me show you guys a couple cool things. You definitely want to go to pulsemarket.app.
Yeah, and before we, I want to go back to the Pink Miss Well.
Yeah.
Zephyr Trips did a hell of a job animating that JPEG of mine. It was fantastic. In my mind, that's exactly what I wanted. Except I wanted a little flames in the breaking cascading waves, but he nailed it.
Yeah, it's here. Is it there? This is
that's just a still. That's just a still.
Is the video on Twitter or is it on?
He posted it, and you reposted it,
and he linked it. Yeah, okay. So here's Hex T Armstrong with Jackpot hanging out, and I can only hope that these are air fryers in the background.
Only Sexy Sharon will know.
Yeah, only him and Sharon will know. This is it right here. Here's the.
That is fantastic.
Check out that. And you said it's a howitzer on top of there?
Yes. Well, that was the prompt. Obviously, it looks like a howitzer, aka Star Blazers animated of the USS or the space battleship Yamato.
Wow.
There's a blast from the past. How many Star Blazer fans out there?
Beautiful. I'm not familiar with that, but I definitely getting the feeling of it right here.
Well, just go and look at space battleship Yamato.
Yamato?
Yeah, it's actually a real battleship in World War II that sank. One of the Japanese prime. Yamato is Yomo Yamato. Or just put in Star Blazers, 1979. It was one of the real first commercial success for anime at a
Star
Jap.
Blazers.
Yeah, Star Blazers, 1979. The relaunch in the 2000s and 2010.
This
I've
one
got some
here.
really cool modern renditions of the space battleship Yamato.
This
There you
one
go,
right
right
here.
there. Yeah, that's from the 1979 original anime. As a badass vessel.
It looks like a whale,
Yeah.
doesn't
hmm
it?
But if you search the Yamato 2000 or 2010, it's got some modern animation. Uh, just wicked art.
I'm pulling up the 2010 right here. This one right here? No, this isn't the one.
You'll see it when you scroll down. It'll look more modern, almost like AI generated.
There we go. Right here.
Yeah,
There's
that's. I
here.
think that's an official. I think that's an official rendering. But there's
Yeah,
a
here.
couple versions. There it is, right there. And
Yamato.
that's one badass space vessel.
that's did you put that in the prompts as well, or you just put in
No, so that howitzer kind of picked up and kind of did that Japanese anime.
beautiful?
I don't even know what a howitzer looks like. I mean, I know it's just basically a two-wheeled artillery machine.
Mm-hmm. Insane. All right, so let's go back here to pulsemarket.app. And thank you for sharing that. And thank you. Shout out to Zephyr Trips for animating that. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the J3s unscraped for sale. And we have 4 of the Michael Jordan rookie cards, but they went from $25 up to $33.
So there might have been 7 last night. So you're welcome that I picked a loser.
Well, and the Michael, are you talking about the J3s or the Michael Jordans?
Yeah, the J3s. I picked the last one in the series, hoping that was a lucky number. But so your odds just went up. You're welcome.
Yeah, winning these ones. That's
But
interesting.
I ran a spreadsheet in Excel, and I'm up to damn near knocking on 6 dark out of 83 fuel cells. So I'm still winning.
Interesting. Yeah, and you're going to be getting close to um, the full return of the
hmm
original dark
hmm
because you've been minting in J1, J2, and collecting J3s. And
Yeah.
that's I reached out to some people, which I don't think I'm ready to talk about it yet. I really wanted Don here to do a couple of these announcements, so I'm kind of holding off. But there was a whale that minted pretty heavy this morning. And
Whoa. Can we look at the treasury?
they
Is it reflective in the treasury?
yeah, it should. I mean, this website updates every 6 hours, I believe. So now we're up to 241 in the treasury and 11,883 fuel cells. There's probably actually more than this actually minted already.
What Going back to when you were talking with the devs and you came up with this crazy game theory of rewarding for delayed gratification with the dripping of the treasury. What were you anticipating? Were you anticipating 50% locked up in the treasury out of the initial circulation, or were you shooting for a little bit higher? Did you guys even be able to calculate that out?
Well, the evil address started with 65%,
hmm
and obviously some of that goes into the lottery.
hmm
And a small piece goes back to the team, but mostly you're considering if and at first we thought that the evil address was going to scrape and remint, and then we saw that the evil address didn't even want to remint. Like that's how much it was hoarding and how much it didn't even want to put them back out there.
mm
You see what I'm
hmm
saying? And so at that point we had the collective that was able to hack the evil address and add this scrape button for you. People enjoyed some fat payouts in Journey 2 and 3.
Yes,
Thanks
and I
to
thank you, community,
Jack
for
and
hitting
the
that
evil
scrape button.
address.
Thanks
And
everybody for upping the ante on the lottery payout,
yeah,
and
those payouts
the
were
drip,
crazy.
and the drip got is also increased.
Yeah, so if we watch the lottery, we don't know when we'll be getting more evil bonuses,
Hmm.
especially with the market the way it is right now. Um, like, I think that the collective is trying to seize up and stop the flow and cut the supply of dark, because I think people have been taking advantage of or taking for granted the cheap prices of dark,
Hmm.
especially on bistro where you're not even paying slippage. So
Nor should you. Nor should you
yeah,
pay slippage.
not if you're in the collective, not if you're one of our homies. If you're a robot or a trader, you can eat slippage all day as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
yeah,
But the
yeah. Eat
homies,
slip.
the homies know where to buy and know where to sell.
Yes.
And this one right here, AFB19, had 30 dark for sale at a killer price. And someone came in and ate every one but one. They left one for you guys to snack on.
What's it listed for? I might go
Um,
snipe it.
864.
Oh,
You can pick it up for
I might have a
864 or die.
okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So people that know
Ready,
where
set,
to go.
go.
Yeah, and these are all out of the money right now. These ones are um, listed at $12 depending on which coin you use. Some of these coins get you a better deal than the other because this was set at a certain price and these coins have moved since. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's you're getting a little bit. You're not eating slippage, and there's a little bit of arbitrage there.
Yeah, so if you know what you're doing, and let's say Hex does a nice bump today, or PulseX does a nice bump today, you
Hmm.
can actually go in and get a killer deal for the
Oh,
same because it's
but
listed at yesterday's price.
so you reminded me of something again. I'm still I'm still a crypto newbie. Um, so what I'm noticing on some of the charts, depending on especially Gecko Terminal, and I think that's the better screener right now, unless there's another, maybe the Block Hive is better. But if I'm holding the token that's got the best price for the token I'm wishing to trade for, is that the pool I should be trading from, or does it really matter if I swap for any pool that's got liquidity in it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what pool you're using because this price feed that OX Bistro is taking is
Yes,
usually the most conservative price on the market.
right. Well, what I'm saying is, like, I traded for some Solid X uh, today, and Solid X. No, I'm sorry. Um, I was looking at Dark and Pink Mist Well, and I
Yeah.
was looking to trade in and get and buy a little bit more Dark, and you know, one of the pairs that was almost 50 cents lower on price than the highest pair, but I didn't have that token. But yet in Pateas or any DEX, you're going to be flipping through multiple webs, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. So interesting stuff. Again, if you were to buy, even though this is out of the money right here, it's still probably a better deal than buying it on Pateas.
Sure.
Like you're saying, like if you were to buy 33.52 from Pateas, let's actually pull that up right. Where is Pateas? I can't believe I don't have Pateas up. Let's pull it up. Let's pull up Pateas. Here it is. See, it's even in my recent searches. So if we pull up Pateas app right here, launch the app, and we put in um, here's dark, and let's say that we want to buy the 33. Was it 33.5 or something like that?
Close enough.
Yeah. So if we wanted to buy 33 of those or sell 33 of those, um, and we'll put that in just the DAI token.
Okay.
So if that same person were to come and sell those 33 dark on Pateas, then they would be getting, looks like they'd be eating about 5% slippage.
Yeah. Right. Understood.
So, yeah, if you turn that around, and you had was it 300? Was it $300? Then you would be paying 10% slippage.
Wow. Yeah. No.
So
Yeah.
you'd only get 28 for the same amount.
Yeah. Exactly.
And on Bistro, you can get 33.5.
Now, are there reduced gas fees on Bistro too, or is it market rate, depending on the transaction volume on the chain? I
I
can't
don't,
remember if
I
TripDad
don't
said there might
think,
have been. I know
yeah,
you have a staking bean, so your fees are lower, but do you also, is there a savings on gas? I'm wondering.
I don't think that these take into account the gas cost.
Okay.
These are just
Yeah.
reading the deck
Uh,
screener
yeah.
prices.
I'll reach out to I'll reach out to Triplet Dad.
Yeah,
See if it the transaction, even though it's there may be something written in where uh it there might be some gas savings.
yes. All right. So check this out. We've covered Pulse Market. I don't think we're going to see J3s for sale at the end of the J4 mint.
Mm.
Just saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anyone can post these, list these, right?
Now,
Well, I'm
you
just saying.
said
I
those
don't
were
think from the
you said
mystery
those.
box
I'm
and
sorry.
the mystery box daughter addresses, I don't think we'll see J3s out there anymore.
Okay. Those six there left. Do you
Mhm.
have any idea if there's possibly a winner there?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, if these were like we knew that the demo account had two winners.
Yeah, but you scraped those.
To pull it up, we scraped those ones because
Okay.
once to show you guys how to scrape before minting.
Yeah.
But this address still had like 628 winners.
Okay. So there's a potential
Yeah,
that could be a
there's going
sample
to be a gold
that
ticket.
could be a representative sample size that there could be a scratch ticket in there.
Yes. Also, each one of these has gets a higher yield than J4's, 10% higher yield.
Hmm.
So this might be the last chance to get some of these yields for a while. Tell people
Yeah.
to start
Yeah.
putting
Yep.
them up for sale in the future, depending on their cash value.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm just saying, like,
Yep.
even if you don't win the
I'll be back.
lottery, you end up with piggy banks, eternal piggy banks. And yeah, I was talking to someone. I was talking to a pretty big whale today, and explaining to them that you're going to get paid forever in a token that circulating supply is going to zero.
So you spoke to the Burgundy well today, as in Ron Burgundy, kind of a big deal.
It's kind of a big deal. One of the whales I talked to, and they actually were a whale that hasn't minted in Journey 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm sorry, 1, 2, or 3. So
Ooh.
this is a whale that has just kept trying to catch up in Journey 4. So we'll talk about that a little more later. Whisper, if you guys want to lose your fake house and your fake wife, come here and gamble with fake tokens. This crash game should be illegal. It's ridiculous how addictive this crash game is. The wheel is a lot of fun. The high low is a lot of fun. The dice, we've been playing these with you guys.
Have you figured out if high low is an infinity deck, or is it a two deck shoe, or does it even, is there any way
No,
to determine that?
I should have asked. I can ask the devs. I might ask the devs how this works because yeah, I can't say anything else about this. But if you go to it's a true random number generator on Pulse Chain on chain. So this is the random number generator that the Pink Miss Well game is going to use. Yeah, it's coded.
Yeah.
So this is a great place to play and have some fun. OKX is the current wallet that we're using. It's not great. It's not horrible. It works. Impersonator.xyz is where you can type in these addresses. Let's see here. If we took I think we took the address. Yeah, we took the address of that mystery box that holds all the J3s for sale. And
Yeah.
We can look that up, right? This is the evil address. And the evil address just tells you that you can scrape 50 at a time because this is a smart contract. It's not a
Mhm.
regular address.
Mhm.
But let's take that address from Pulse Market app and take a look at the winners there. So if we just go here and click on this one, it's owned by 2D5D. We can copy that right there, take it over to Impersonator, put it in here, and we are on Pulse Chain, and this is the website we want. And then then you want to hit, there's 3 options in the middle: Wallet Connect, iframe, and extension. iframe is the only one I can get to work with Pulse Chain. So I'm going to hit update. And that'll take us to the, holy jeez. This is the treasury page. We have 220,000. Oh, sorry. This is 20,000 fuel cells that this one owns. So we're going to go to the lottery, and the total fuel cells was 3 something. What was it? Or anyways, we're going to see the fuel cells and the treasury go up significantly. But if we go to the lottery, 627 fuel cells are winners, and almost 7,000 dark matter to scrape.
Now that address has J1, 2, and 3s, correct?
Nope, this one just has J3s.
Holy cow! So you
So
can get either
1 and 2 have been scraped.
9 or 12, or even a combination of both, if you bought the right 2 of the right J3s out of that wallet. That's some serious return on your investment.
Yeah, you could do some extra free minting. You'd have some free games on your hands, we'll just say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This one right here, Block Hive, if you guys go here and you have some coins to throw at this is a really great place to look at these addresses. You can put this in and it'll show you all of the liquidity. This is the Pink Miss Well token, by the way. Let's scan it because it's changed since last night. I've heard. Yeah, this is the Pink Miss Well address. So this will show us what the liquidity is, where it is, and how much it is. Okay, so the liquidity is up to 25,000 on Pink Miss Well, and most of that is still locked in the wrap pulse from graduating from Pump.Tires. There's $1,000 with Dark, a few bucks with Dragon, and something called Gold 6T. Never heard of it, but I know I'm pretty sure there's some V3 pools. Maybe we got to go back and check those.
So can we kind of break that down, since this was supposed to be crypto for dummies, and I resemble that remark.
Yeah.
V1 is kind of like an incentive. That's at least 2-sided staking. V2 is a little bit different reward system, but still it's still pretty much at least double-sided staking. And V3 is single-sided staking, or am I anywhere close?
That was my understanding until this week. I learned something new this week, which is, V1 and V2, you put equal amounts of both in there, and then it trades back and forth, and you end up with whatever ratio the market decides.
Yeah, and that's where you can suffer impermanent loss. But it's okay if you're trying to trade into something that's got the lower value you want to accumulate that you think might have a speculative future.
Yeah, if there are 2 tokens you really like and really believe in, it's great to put it in there because you're going to end up with more of one than the other, but you'll like them both. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And then V3 is you can do single-sided. So you can put a token up for sale, or you can put in some buy orders of another token at lows. So you can basically sell high, buy low. But the other thing you can do is you can do double-sided liquidity in V3 that is concentrated to a specific price range. So you could do 2-sided liquidity in a certain price range instead of doing infinity. So you can do bands, which are very powerful, and it's kind of like swimming through thicker water, if you will. So where the bands of heavy liquidity, that's where the price is going to stick, or it's going to be harder for the price to move through that thick liquidity in that band.
Okay.
And we will probably see some very interesting things in those bands. And
you see your devs in the chat
screaming about that. What's that?
Did you see that your devs in streaming our chat?
Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, Pondub Dev?
Yo, what's up, man? How you guys doing?
Hey, we were just talking about liquidity in V3 and
Yeah,
how
Yeah,
you
yeah,
we're
I've been in
talking
the back
about
here for a while,
take
man. Just
advantage.
been listening to you guys.
Yeah, you've done messed around with V3 liquidity on Ether and on Pulse, right?
Yeah, yeah, I could explain that question you were asking. What's the difference between all of them? So
Yeah.
in Pulse Chain, there's V1 and V2. When people are talking about that, they're talking about PulseX specifically. And on
Hmm.
PulseX V1, there was kind of it's basically a bug where the liquidity providers weren't earning rewards for providing liquidity. It was just going all to burning PulseX.
okay,
On
copy.
V2, you earn a part of the liquidity fee. Instead of it just going all to the buy and burn of PulseX, you're earning rewards as a liquidity provider in V2. So most people choose to provide in V2 now.
Yeah, no, and I remember that Crypto Coffee explaining that back in September, November, December last year.
Yeah, yeah. So the difference between those are both going to be the same type of setup for pools. They're both full range Uniswap V2 pools. And those mean that the liquidity is provided throughout the entire price range from 0 to infinity. In V3, you provide liquidity in concentrated ranges, meaning like you pick high as it will go that you provide liquidity to and as low as it will go. You can also go full range in V3, but it's basically the difference between V2 and V3 is that you can concentrate your liquidity in V3, whereas in V2 you provide it throughout all the full range of prices.
Okay, so that explains the 9 millimeter UI I was goofing on around where I had 4 boxes of percentages. Okay, now I understand what those boxes were for.
Yeah, so you'll see different ratios of like what one token is to another, and then you can in V3 provide only in one token. So it's essentially like putting up a buy wall or a sell wall or a limit order. And you could put in if you just want to sell at a certain price, you could sell all at one price or spread it throughout one price. Or if you want to put up a wall or essentially a limit order to buy whenever the price dumps, you can put buys all throughout a range too. So it gives you
Cool.
more of a control
Wow.
over your entries and exits.
So it's the power of a limit order book like on a centralized exchange, but we're on a DeFi protocol.
Yeah, but
Love it.
it's a
Love
little.
it.
The thing is though too about V3, like in a normal centralized order book, it will automatically process your order as soon as it goes through your price range. Like say you put a sell order at $100, it goes to $101 price. All of your order is going to be gone. But
Yes.
in the V3 and the Uniswap pool, sometimes your order doesn't get processed unless it goes fully like say it was goes to $105 or something like that in order to get all of your liquidity to go through. It's not exactly
So
like
it's
a
got to it's
perfect
got
limit
to
order.
it's got to overshoot to make sure that the ledger can pay
Sometimes,
it out.
or oftentimes it does. Yeah,
Yeah.
oftentimes it doesn't just hit like as soon as it hits the price, it doesn't fill like an order book or a traditional
Sure.
order book sometimes.
Yeah. But still, cool. Cool.
This
Cool.
wallet right here, I got connected to 9 millimeter. These are the boxes you're talking about: the min price, the max price, and then how much of each of these tokens you guys you want to put in. Correct?
I'll let the dev answer. But yes,
Oh
that's
yeah,
what I was
he was
looking at.
asking you. Yeah, yeah, right. So you see the minimum price and the maximum price there. That's setting your range.
Right.
However, where you want to set it from, and on the right underneath that, you see it says full range. You can set full range, meaning that it just goes just like the traditional V2, but you would want to do that on a V3 because the V3 earns higher fees. So say
Right.
you wanted to add a liquidity provider instead of earning that 0.21 or whatever it is on PulseX, you could set 1% or 2% as a liquidity provider on V3.
Okay. So
So,
if I wanted to do
oh,
just a range, would I just go in here with I'd mess with these ones right here and say like 50% range or 20% range or 10% range, correct?
Yeah, yeah, that's basically what it's saying. Just the range
So,
of price right there.
so these buttons will just basically go 10% out of the money and in the money, like out from
Ten
the
percent
price.
away from the current market strike price or whatever.
Yeah. And you can do 20, which is bigger, or 50, which is even bigger. but it's basically trying to hug that line and get as many fees as possible, correct?
Just whenever it's inside of those ranges, you will earn fees, and whenever it's outside of those ranges, you won't earn fees.
Right. And then if I would take this, like this would be like a sell wall, correct? And the green is in the money.
That's actually a buy. That's
So
a
this would
buy.
be a buy.
Yeah, that's where that's going to be where you're putting a pulse to
Yeah.
at that specific price you want to buy. You can
Okay.
tell by see the boxes to the left where it's just PLS, and then the other one is just nulled out underneath that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean if you exit that, see right there below, go down a little bit. There's
This
pulse,
right
and
here
then
is nulled out.
yeah, because that's just a single-sided order that you're putting up in pulse.
Yeah. So it's saying you can only put pulse in here, and
Yeah.
you'd be basically putting up a buy order for 9mm.
In
But
that
at these
specific
whatever
price,
prices
right.
you set these at.
Now, if you drag those to the left, to the red side, you'll put up just a single-sided order in just the token that you're trying to sell there, which is 9mm.
So I could say that if 9mm goes up to these prices, I want to sell in this range.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
See
Interesting.
what happens when you have a stupid question, which there's no such thing? You get alpha like this.
Let me ask you a question about a very interesting chart that we play with here. Which is if you went into this is dark against Pink Miss Well. Obviously, Pink Miss Well is doing a lot better than dark right now.
Yeah.
But if we go to the Pulse Pink Miss Well chart against Pulse, then we can see that the strength of Pulse Pink Miss Well right now, right?
Yeah, doing great.
So if you wanted to take this pair, let me see if I can actually
go back to where you just were actually, the pair before that.
To the dark.
You mean
the dark
okay.
Pink Miss pair.
So go to dark Pink Miss Well. So here's dark and Pink Miss Well right here.
Okay, now go to the 3 dots on the right next to dark up in the top.
Okay.
And you could click invert pair. So then you could see it opposite.
Okay. So here's Pink Miss Well against dark going up.
Yeah.
So
Bananas.
yeah. So let's say at some price, I want to take my Pink Miss Well and I want to dump it into dark, or at a certain price, I want to take my dark and buy into Pink Miss Well if it were to come back down. That's what we could do with this range right here. But I would have to you just have to do the calculation. Put the 2 addresses in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the copy the dark. We'll throw the dark in here. We should not be telling people how to do this.
Yes, we should.
We should, but it's the same thing as when I show people actuator and the money that is yielding on actuator.
Yeah, but they just keep dumping the actuator, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, so we'll put dark in this one, and we will put Pink Miss Well in this one, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to copy and paste Pink Miss Well. It's probably not going to find it on 9mm. But either way,
while you're clicking the boxes there, this is out for your dev here.
Mm-hmm.
What was my question going to be? My question was going to be, I'll think about it. Go ahead, Pulse Ray.
All right, so here we are. We're back on Pink Dark and Pink Miss Well. And if we were just to go full range, then that would just be 0 to infinity, right?
Yeah.
And if we wanted to do 10% or 20% or 50%,
the thing is here that you don't have an initial price probably set up. I don't know. I can't really see the UI there. But did someone provided liquidity in dark Pink Mist on 9mm before?
Yeah, I put in full range on one of these so that it was established, but it's not showing up. So I'll have to go back and check.
Okay, do you see the fees, the fee tier there?
Mm-hmm. 2%.
Yeah, it says 100% pick. See those other ones says not created. So the pool that you're in has been created, and those other ones.
This one has been created at 2%.
Yeah, that's the one that you see 100% of people have picked that one so far. If you were to use those other pools, you would have to set the initial ratio, but it already has been set, so that's why you can set the full range. I didn't see it.
And I think both people in that pool are talking on the stream right now.
It might be. Remember, there's someone with 115 million Pink Miss Well that's outside of the Pink Miss Well's address. And I think we're going to start seeing them doing this sort of thing right here. So as you were saying earlier, you could take this. Why is the green price start right here instead of fill up over, go this way? Is it because no one's provided liquidity over here?
There's no liquidity provided there. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's how I interpret that UI, that there's no liquidity there in those prices when it's just not
Okay.
filled out. I'm not sure if that's exactly correct, but I think there's sell pressure along the way there, or buy pressure. That's actually red. Yeah, so sell pressure, and then there's a little bit of buy, and that's it.
Okay. And I can view prices in dark, or I can view prices in pink mist well.
Yeah, that will flip the
So would I
ratio.
want to view it in dark or pink mist well to match the chart that we're looking at right now? This is in
You
pink
scroll
mist.
down a little bit to the right. Yeah, that will show you the ratio down more. Oh, it actually doesn't show it, huh? It only usually shows the pulse ratio, I guess. It sometimes will show the ratio between them, but that's actually the ratio is shown right there on that's the price basically. Is how much
Oh yeah,
dark
it's
per
saying
pink mist well.
yeah, it's saying that there's X. Yeah, usually it'll say it has this many dark and this many pink mist well in this.
Well, on the right-hand axis where you've got it green at the current price,
Mhm.
Yeah,
that's going to be price per against dark.
yeah, that's the ratio right there. The price here is just measured versus each other. So per
Okay.
pink mist whale, you get that how many dark.
0.00001489.
Yeah. So
That sounds right? Yeah, because dark's what?
yeah.
Like $8.
So that's your
something? Yeah.
ratio. That's your ratio of on what you get between the pairs.
Okay. So if I come back here to the 9mm, I can move my range. This would basically be a selling the pink mist well for the dark at this price range right here. That's why it's saying how much dark do you want to put in to buy pink mist well, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you're just gonna like an easy way to think about it. Looking at it, if it's all dark, you're selling it, and then if you switch it back the other way, if it's all pink mist whale, you're selling that. So whatever one that you're putting up as liquidity, if it's single sided, that's the one you're selling for the other one.
Right. And then if I just wanted to hug the line, I could just click 10, 20, or 50.
Right.
Beautiful. Yeah. So if you guys like dark and pink mist well and want to provide liquidity on 9mm V3.
So I remembered my question.
Yes.
Okay. As pink mist well is looking like it's always going to be just speculative, it's going to be going up. Can I use this UI to set like a 10% token amount for every 2 or 2x bandwidth to try to take profit on the way up without selling all my coins?
Yeah. So each one of these positions, unlike another thing too, when you provide liquidity on the V2 on the original liquidity pair, Pulse X or whatever, you add liquidity. If you want to add additional liquidity, you're going to have to add it in both tokens the whole time. So the ratio is going to stay the same. But on this V3, each liquidity position is unique. So it's actually an NFT. So when you want to make your first liquidity position, you could set it at, say, I want to sell 10% in this certain price range. Then I make another liquidity position and I sell 10% in this certain price range. Then I make another one.
Now,
So that allows you to take out.
Can you walk Pulseway through that on this UI?
It's exactly what we're doing here. So let's say he
Okay.
has, I can't see how many tokens. There's dark 24 or something. Say he wants to sell 10%, 2.4 tokens.
Yeah.
You could just set your little price range at each, whatever ratio you decide, wherever little range you decide is where you want to get rid of it. Create that position, and then you'll create another one, and then you.
And the reason why I'm asking this is because Pulseway opened my eyes when the Trump token had its heyday there, right before inauguration, and there were people getting wrecked, just getting greedy. They bought in at $30, it went to 1,500 or whatever, and they wrote it all the way back down to $30. And Pulseway, I can still remember, you said, why didn't you just set 10% on a 2 or 2x and take profit all the way up? Why wouldn't people do that? Because it was a central exchange. You could have put limit orders to do that.
Yeah.
The best limit orders that I think we have right now, as far as I know, is OX Bistro. So like in this place right here, this is a place where you could sell if the price went through this range and you came back and closed that position, right? But if the price goes up into this range and then comes back down before you get back to your computer, you'll have the fees from it trading in this range, but you won't necessarily have like sold out. Does that make sense?
Exactly. So the thing is, if you want to fully exit your position, basically you've set this concentrated range right here, and it has to go through your range, and then you have to remove the liquidity. Because if you don't remove the liquidity, then it could come back down through it, and you'll just, like he just said, you'll just only earn a little bit of the fees. Your position liquidity will still be there, and it'll end up being in the token that you initially provided. So that's what's different from a traditional limit order too. Is if you sell it, it's gone. And here you have to close your position after it's gone through your range.
So it's not automatic necessarily. It's something you'd have to monitor.
Yeah, there's tools being set up to try to automate it. One is Tetra that they're building. I'm not sure if it's out yet. I don't think they're still working on it, but that's you're going to need an automated tool to basically close your position for you, unless you do it yourself, because you're going to have to
and Neil Fortier, I spoke with him on a call on Tuesday, and they're going to have scripts to do that. Let's just say I want to trade hex at a certain limit order. They'll have some pre-programmed scripts that they'll give out to the community for free, but on a subscription basis, if you can articulate what liquidity position you want to either sell into or sell out of, they'll help you as a subscriber to make that automated market maker.
Nice.
Yeah. And here's another interesting place. Like I said, OX Bistro is not just useful for buying and selling OTC and not paying slippage, but as you can see, we've got one dark matter token that we've listed for $1,000, right? So if the price of dark ever goes up past $1,000, someone's going to come back here and arb this, right? And as soon as they arb it, that will be a closed position right here.
No, understood.
So
yeah.
This is one place you could do the 10%,
sure.
or take profit strategy on here by listing them on here.
No, it's great. Now, can you refresh that to see if that dark in the money left the board?
This Bistro is very much like the V3 setup.
Gone.
It's like an NFT.
Yeah.
Position here.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, so it wasn't me.
Yeah. So if I were to take these 2.4 dark and sell them in this range, which is 79,000 to 85,000 roughly, then this would be an NFT until I take it out, until I close it out.
Once you create this position, it's an NFT, and then now you'll have that NFT, and once it goes through there, you'll have the interface shown here. You'll be earning your fees, which you can claim, and then if you want to exit your position, you'll claim the fees and exit. But if you want to sell to the other token, it will have had to have gone through the highest max price that you set there in order for you to get the other token.
That makes sense.
But it's not necessarily automatic. You'd have to hit a button to execute.
Yeah, it's not automatic at all. You have to manually exit your positions, like providing liquidity and removing liquidity. What you are just doing here is being a liquidity provider, but providing in a concentrated range. And once it goes through your range, if you want to exit and stop providing, you have to remove that liquidity yourself.
Yeah.
And tools like Tetra can do it for you.
So if you wanted to hug the price line by 10%, the easier, like the managing is you do 10, and then let's say that the price moves out of this range, you can come back here, close that position, open another one at 10%, and it'll hug the new line.
Well, can we do this? Can we set up an NFT for Pink Mistwell, and I'll buy like $20. So what would be the math? What would be the range? 5%?
Well, see, the thing is here on this, you're providing liquidity, but it's calculating all of the liquidity when you're placing orders through, like, say, you're going to use Pateus or you're going to use 9X to buy these tokens. It's going to take in your Pulse or whatever token you go through and route through all the pools to try to buy through. So if you want to buy his NFT, you're going to have to push the price up through all of those other pools to get through that. You know what I mean? It's not like you can concentrate it all into this one place.
Right,
say
right.
that you put all your order into 9mm itself, didn't
Mhm.
use one of the aggregators. As soon as you put it through the price, the ARB bots will just ARB it back down, and it'll defeat the purpose. You're just losing your money to ARB bots essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, and that would happen most likely through the Pink Miss Well Pulse pair,
Yes.
more so than the dark pair, because the dark pair doesn't have as much liquidity as the Pink Miss Well pair does.
Yeah, and if you drive the price up on either one of these inside of this pair, then the ARB bots will realize it, and they'll go buy the cheap one, sell it for the expensive one, and then they'll take the profit, sell it into the Pulse pool, and keep it. So it's just like it. You might as well not even do it. It's just harming yourself, basically.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Let's change. Let's switch. Let's have some fun here. Let's get to a little. This is the new version of the Pink Miss Well game right here, and it's on testnet, V4 testnet. And basically, I've got to go over here and I've got to change my network to testnet, or else it won't work. So it changes to Pulse Chain V4. Boom. And right now, there's only 10 tickets. There will be 369 when this thing goes live, but we're testing it out with just 10. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put in 10 tickets right there. I'll click enter game, and keys risky. No, I don't care if it's risky.
I'm taking dibs on 9 on the first game.
Confirm. You got to put it in the comments, guys. Put numbers 1 through 1 through 10 in the comments right here.
Well,
So
I'm rooting for number 9.
You got to put it in the comments.
I'm rooting for number 9. I'm not going to play then. I can just root for number 9.
Whoever picks number 9. Yeah, automated LP is huge. I need it, Red Squirrel says. Yeah, so you go ahead and put numbers 1 through 10 in comments here. Proof of Work's taken number 8. And let's see if I've got my numbers yet.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some more coffee.
Red Squirrel took number 9 because you're rooting for it.
I'll see you.
Let's see here. Now I want to continue on the network. There we go. Confirm amount.
Max, I only saw you use this one time before. Can you give me an overview of what's going on here, or what this will look like on the mainnet?
Yeah, on mainnet, this is basically a game of Russian roulette. So you can buy in with stable tokens like DAI, and every dollar or whatever the limit is gets you 1 ticket out of 369. So as soon as the pool is filled with 369 participants, then this button will appear that's public, and the button will let me continue waiting. The button will just take out one of the players. It'll miss them, just like the Pink Miss Well is our sniper and our our patron saint. He's sniping these people, and so there's a $20 rake that goes to the team, and then there's out of the 80% of remaining stable tokens, half of it goes and buys dark off the market. This does a market buy of dark.
Nice.
And it adds the market buy of dark and the stable coins to the pool. So last man standing basically gets 80% of the money that went in there. Half of it's paid out in dark, half of it's paid out in stable tokens.
Okay, so it buys the dark and then gives it to the winner?
Yeah. So even if the winner sells the dark, there's still that $20 scrape, which we will probably see the team go back and buy back some of that dump. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So you've got about 60% chance. And if they don't, if they hang on to it because they like dark or they mint it, well, then you could see quite a bit of buy pressure there.
Is it 1 DAI per ticket?
Yeah, 1 DAI per token. We'll start with a $1 game where everyone just throws in $1 and you can buy as many tickets as you want. So, most degens, I'm guessing, will buy like 10 or 20 tickets to increase their odds. But it doesn't make sense to buy out the entire game because of the rake.
Yeah.
That's
interesting.
Waiting. I think I've I think I jammed up my test net here.
Uh-oh.
Let's try speeding this one up right here. Confirm.
Maybe someone's busy on the test net.
Yeah. Well, these are these are mints of the evil address, but it doesn't make sense because these are on another network. So this is showing all my networks. And it says that I revoked the permission. So I think I did it twice here.
That fingered it, huh?
Let's cancel this transaction and see if we can get these cleared out. In the
How
meantime,
often do these games run? Is it just whenever
they
they
can-
sell, or whenever
as
they reach the
soon-
369?
as soon as one closes, another one will open.
Okay.
So it depends on how long it takes the pool to fill up with 369 players and how long it takes to eliminate players.
But it's just perpetually going until
Yeah, it's just perpetually going. And what we'd like to do is kind of like in Vegas, where you got the $1 table, the $5 table, and then like the high limits table. The high limits we would think would take longer to fill up and run,
yeah.
where the dollar one's probably going to be rotating faster.
And how is the payout? Is it automatic or do you have to claim?
Yeah, it's automatic. So when the last two people are there and you missed one of the second to last person, the last person is automatically paid out the stable tokens in the dark,
Cool.
and the next game is started.
Sounds great, man.
Yeah, and we're going to be using the random number generator from Whisper that is on chain. So that'll
Who
speed
made
up
that?
the game too. This is the team behind this is Triplet Dad's team
Okay.
of devs that have also been working for Build the Tech as well. And
This is the first time I've heard about this was today. You talking about this RNG here?
Yeah, this RNG is the first on-chain RNG on Pulse Chain, like true RNG.
That's great.
And they've got the Crash game for you to play. They got Wheel, they got High-Low, they got Dice. So you can come in here and play with test tokens, test Pulse, and lose all of your test money on these games. This is really fast stuff on chain that because obviously we want our game to go as quickly as people want it to go. And so, yeah, let me go back here and see if we're still on the right network and make sure that see if we have to clear any more of those transactions. Apologies for the delay. In the meantime, we've got Mix AJ has taken 5 and 6. Actually, no, Engold took 6 first, so we're going to delete that one. So we got 8, 9, 3, 6, 5, and 7. Is Whisper decentralized? I don't know. That's a great question. That is a great question.
Yeah, I'd really like to know more about that RNG because if it's decentralized and really safe to use, that would be another thing that's huge for Pulse Chain to have the ability to open up additional app opportunities so that it's not completely centralized when you make something like this, which you can't really trust for gambling or anything if someone has centralized control over the RNG. So that's really interesting to learn about. Hopefully it's built safe too.
That true. And I believe it's decentralized because I don't think anyone wants to run that on a centralized server.
If I remember watching like 3 streams within 3 days with Triplet Dad, I think this was kind of a gift to the community because everyone recognizes we need a decentralized random generator to go degen, to get eyeballs here and lead off into other projects.
Yeah, it opens the opportunity for a lot of degen stuff, especially in the gambling arena and lotteries type of stuff like that, giveaways. You could do all kinds of games and stuff. So that opens a big network of stuff to be built on that hasn't really.
Yeah, I think MCR developed this knowing that it was going to be a gift to the community and the buyback would be retail coming our way.
It's great.
Yeah, and a lot of gambling sites and gambling apps need something like a random generator. Okay, so here we go. I can put 10 in here. I can enter the game. Those have all those transactions have cleared. And we'll confirm, approve, confirm. We'll confirm that right there. And then we will be gifted 10 tickets that will show up over here in green. And we will also see the 10 participants over here in white. And we'll miss them one by one and see who ends up winning. We still have numbers 1, 2, 4, and 10 open. I know the answer. Most won't ask or care. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to jump in here, we do have 1, 2, 4, and 10 still open. Unknown transaction. Yes. Make sure I don't have to confirm that one. There we go.
By the way, that 1 minute Newsies video is up in the Telegram main chat.
Oh, cool. Cool. And as you can see, here's the 10 participants right here. Here are the 10 tickets that I have, which, doesn't make a lot of sense for someone to buy them all out. But for test net purposes, we'll do this. And I believe we're working on seeing who the main winner is, because last time when we had 2 and we missed them, the transaction started the next game. So they both just disappeared. So the person was paid. But as you see, now we have the winners listed here, and we're going to add the number that won as well.
Now, does that go back to our game yesterday where lucky number 4 was declared the winner?
I don't believe so. See, this is a game that I ran to this morning with my devs, and this is my devs address.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be the 35. Round 35 is going to be brand new. Let's see here.
Well, we declared Stash the winner anyway because he deserved to win.
Yeah, we did. He got paid out. I still need to pay Retrostatic his five dark. But let's see here. Anyone else? Like I said, I don't know if they left the stream and they're not watching, or if they're like, no, someone else will beat me to it. But let's see here. Red Squirrel. I'm just going to give Red Squirrel a number here. Red Squirrel is going to be number 1, which is pretty unlucky. I don't think I've ever seen number 1 win. But
that's got to be a first time for everything.
Yeah, Red Squirrel's going to be 1. What numbers? And let's see here. We'll put Fast, also known as Slow Abdul. We'll give him 10.
And Fast Abdul is everywhere nowadays, man. I see him on all these streams, nonstop streaming all the time, putting in a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth's asking what numbers are left. So 2 and 4 are left. Elizabeth, shout out to Elizabeth. She's the one that won the art contest for J4. So her art is going to be listed, is going to be attached to the J4 NFT.
That is a gorgeous piece of promotional material.
Elizabeth's taking 2. I'm not deleting these comments because I don't like them, but just because then I can see the numbers easier. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Don't have a 4. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we still have 4 available. So I'm gonna give you 4 because it won last time. So we'll do Hex T is number 4.
Oh, and by the way, the reason why I jumped on stream when I did, Pulse Ray, you said HTT 3 times in a row, so I appeared.
HTT, Hex Time. Definitely. Okay, cool. Let's play. Let's go. We got some numbers here. We'll go back here. We'll hit missed them again. We probably still have the old air hose noise for the mist, like a well shooting mist out of its blowhole. There it is. Boom. Number 8 is gone. 8's taken out. It gets the little skull face and then it disappears.
Public service announcement: Ink dollars on sale right now.
Ink dollars on sale?
Yep, 95.85.
Man, so I'm the first one out, huh?
Yep, you're the first one out. Let's move on here. Again, it sounds almost like air brakes on a bus or like an air hose in a tire shop. But we've got a couple other sound effects that we'll be adding to this. Number 1, Like I said, number one is very unlucky. Sorry, number one.
Is there
Number-
going to be animation for this where the numbers are going to disappear with the pink mist?
Well, there already is
Oh,
a little
I
bit.
haven't seen.
It's just
Okay.
I don't think we're going to stick with that sound. And 10 is gone. So 1, 8, and 10 are taken out. Let's miss another one here. And testnet does take a little bit longer than even regular, mainnet. But there we go. 5 is out. So 1, 5, 8, and 10 are gone. And we'll see if we get the number or a delay on this. They're trying to work in the delay so we see the number that actually wins instead of the last two that both get missed at the same time. There we go. Six is out. We have 2, 3, 4. Dude, 2, 3, and 4 usually are like lasting the longest here. But again, this is not the random number generator yet. This is just a simple RNG that's on testnet. So 2, 3, 4, 7, 9. Missed in another one. We got 5 people left. Three's out. So we have 2, 4, 7, and 9. Let's see who that is. 2, 4, 7, and 9. We got Hex T, you're still in it. Elizabeth's still in it. Retrostatic, who won yesterday, is in it. And Red Squirrel is number 9. Wait, I gave him another number and it was unlucky. Okay, so Red Squirrel's still in the hunt. So we'll go back here. We'll miss a couple more. We're taking out. I bet you it's number 7 next. No, number 4. Oh man, that was the lucky one yesterday. 4. So 4's gone, and let's see who the next one is. We'll get down to the final 2, and I'll write their names down here.
No, it looks like the RNG is working good.
9 is out. So Red Squirrel, sorry buddy, you're out. So we have 2
Womp,
and
womp,
7.
womp.
Womp womp. No sound effects tonight. He says could definitely do with making it all a lot bigger on screen. The boxes are so tiny. Yeah, I thought I was gonna go then. Sorry, buddy. So we have what were the 2 numbers? We have 2 and 7. So 2 and 7, that's Elizabeth. She's lucky, man. Elizabeth. And 7 was Retrostatic, who won yesterday. He's also lucky. Retrostatic. Boom. Okay. So let's see if we can see which one actually disappears. They might disappear at the same time, which is that we've been doing upgrades and iterations in testnet here. So see if you guys can tell which one is which. And I'll zoom this in too so you guys can see it a little bit better. 2 and 7. They both just disappeared. Like that was it. They all just disappeared. The next round started. So
Dang it! Looks like you're sending out 2.5 to each address.
Oh no, we over deliver in this.
Well, now won't that capture the winner in that box there?
In the future, yes, it will.
Oh.
Well, it's going to show my address because I bought all the tickets.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So see, here it is. Here's 35. I won, but it doesn't say what number that I owned won.
Oh.
I want to see a string of numbers over here.
Well,
because they're superstitious.
And congratulations to both our winners.
Congratulations to Elizabeth and Retrostatic. You guys will be getting 5 dark each. And you can, obviously, now is the time to throw those in the wishing well. I'm sorry. Man, that was 2.5 years ago. Holy jeez. This time you can throw those in the mint. In fact, like I said, I think the mint's gone up even since we've been sitting here on stream. Oh, I'm on the wrong network. Let me change to Pulse Chain.
Hey, Pulse Ray, let me ask you. So,
yeah.
You launched 2.5 years ago, or approximately. Forget the price at the moment, but How are you on a scale from 1 to 10? How pleased are you with the overall reach and the overall gelling of our community over this project? Has it met your expectations?
I think so. I think I always plan on having the best community in crypto, hands down. And I know that we're members of several communities here.
Yes, understood. Yeah.
But I've been blown away by the art alone, just the art, the music videos, the poetry, the the side quests and the fan fiction written about the book,
Hmm.
and people that have read the book and given me feedback to revise it. Like that's blown me away. I thought we would have to have a much bigger community to get this much engagement, and so I'm floored. I'm absolutely floored and delighted by the engagement that, and literally it's like the same 50, 60 people right now that are complete lunatics. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, I got lucky. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm just blown away by this community.
Well, I tell you what, being part of this first actual crypto community has really, it's done a lot of healing. Having Emily pop on for five or so seconds, that
Mhm.
was huge because unfortunately I had put some money up without telling her, and I wasn't honest about it because I was ashamed of myself. And I've been able to come clean, and there's been some benevolence out there that has helped offset that stupid tax, and I thank those people. Um, but you really got me interested in not the tokenomics necessary, not the big payday. You got me interested in actually meeting people and contributing to something that's larger than just myself. I mean, that animation of that JPEG that I spent literally 10 seconds typing in uh, a prompt jockey, that to me almost brings tears to my eyes because that piece almost, it's like you pulled it out of my mind.
It's really something, I don't know, not to get woo woo, but there's something spiritual or divine or
Mm-hmm.
in
Sure. Yeah.
ourselves when
Let's
it comes
get woo woo. I think all of us are woo woo. That's why we're here.
a little bit woo woo.
There, I said it. We're all woo woo.
Hey,
Boom.
what's woo woo mean? I don't get it.
So the idea that anytime that you have something that comes from your mind, you've experienced this with both your Telegram and proof of no work token, and I believe you also came out with the NFTs, the um, Jack
Yeah,
Levin
I had Jack
vampire,
Levin troll NFTs, and I had Richard Hart
and
NFTs as
if
well.
yeah, not your keys, not your coins, NFTs. To see
Yeah.
something come out of your brain and come to life in the real world, there's something like magic.
That resonates with like minded people.
That's the woo woo.
Yeah, it's called like Providence.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you there. That's great. I cannot get my camera
And he's gone.
to work. StreamYard mutes me. Thanks, StreamYard. Um, With that being said, I would love to flip my camera on and wrap this up, say goodbye to you guys. But I think that Hex T knows what I'm going to say before we wrap this up and go into some music.
I'll take you off. This is serious. Before we sign off, I believe in my heart of hearts that everybody here and anybody on the replay game, all of us need encouragement. All of us need someone to say, we see you, we get you. You are worthy of the desires of your heart. You're worthy to fulfill your dreams. You're worthy of maximizing your potential. And if this community can help you actualize that, reach out. When we say we love you, it's in the sense of our shared humanity. We love and appreciate all of you.
Yep, yep. You guys matter, and what you do matters. Don't forget that. Believe in yourself. Like on that. I call number 369 lunatic, and great messaging. Thanks so much, Ray. All right, I'm gonna play us out on a couple songs, and then we'll either see you tonight or tomorrow. Sometimes I do the late night sleepy tea roulette. Sometimes I don't.
Hey, Matt, Pulse, did you have to put the aloe vera on your sunburn last night?
No, not quite. I got a bunch of vitamin D though. In those
Very good. All right. Love you, brother. Peace.
All right, I'll catch you guys on the other side.
Peace, guys.
Here's a shout out to. Oh wait, and before we go, I'm being a rude guest here. Where can people find and follow you guys? Pond Dub Dev, like you got a lot going on inside of your ecosystem. So how do people find you, reach out, and get involved with your stuff?
Yeah, thanks, man. The best place you can follow me is in my Telegram group. It's t.me/proof of no work. Or you could probably find me on X, Twitter too. It's PONW Pulse Chain.
Hey, Max, do you want to put that video up in the Telegram room?
T.me, the animated one.
No. The production, the Newsies 1 minute clip.
Yeah, did you DM that to me on Telegram?
No, it's in Telegram. It's in the main chat.
Oh, you're just saying throw it up on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can. Let me see here. Send.
That crew, and most of these are local kids, and I say kids, they're 20s and high school and even younger. They've been rehearsing since December for this show, and it's incredible.
You guys will have to mute your mics to avoid the echo as I share the audio from here. So let me share the audio and go back here to, oh, that's Dawn. Dawn right there. Here we go. Doom. Boom. Love it. Beautiful. That's awesome.
So
Those are high school kids, or is this just a group from the tri-state area, like a kids?
Oh wait, I got some stupid echo again.
I might have to stop sharing the screen. There we go. Now we don't have the echo.
Yeah. So Vibe is a nonprofit that started about 15 years ago. My wife is actually really good friends now with the executive director, Megan Openshaw. I'm gonna name drop. And that first group of 10 on the stage for Brooklyn, the tall guy, he's a really talented musician and singer. His name is Alan Schwartz. This is like his fourth or fifth show with the production company. But yeah, I mean, most of this cast is probably under the age of 18, probably 80% of the cast.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
And then those signs were all hand stenciled and painted by my wife. And I got the privilege of bolting the plywood to the dowel.
Good man.
Mm.
Good man.
But they look fantastic. They look really fantastic.
What are the signs for after the play's over?
What's that?
What are you guys going to use the signs for after the play is over?
Oh, since my wife's the prop master, she's got the ability to. One of them will probably go in the vault as kind of an NFT, if you will, to celebrate the show. It's having a really good run. We're sold out tonight. That's one thing about this Tri-Cities. It's really supports nonprofit community theater, and I want to have the Brooklyn signs going to go up my garage. I've already laid claim to that.
Mm-hmm. I got a suggestion. Maybe it can take a couple of those, and on them just write "by dark" and stand out on a busy intersection like those guys did with GameStop back in the day.
I could
Buy
do that.
dark,
Yep.
buy dark, and mint your fuel cells. By the way, guys, yeah, you've got about 10 days. Let's see here, 9 days, 22 hours until that window closes, and you don't want to miss you guys. If anyone who's been here in J1, 2, and 3 or missed one of those and joined the next one can tell you, yeah, you definitely want to catch this train. You want to get on this rocket ship before it takes off.
And maybe not financial advice. We could have our biggest payout still theoretically. Stay tuned.
Yeah, it'll be very, very interesting. We will definitely have our biggest payout from the treasury. I can guarantee that. But, because it's definitely going to bloat. But I think people slept on 1, 2, and 3 and that lottery roll. I don't know if or when you guys will have another chance to steal from the Evil Addresses lottery winnings. But the Evil Address is sitting on 10,000 dark right now. So.
All right. Say goodbye, Max.
Goodbye. We'll see you guys later. Love ya. Ciao.
Nova is here, he's the leader of Alpha, leading the charge. Yeah. With main man Heavy, hit up right by his side at the raid. Together they fight, the drugs that Carter, Rich and Valor, fighting for good. They refuse to back down in this war for justice. They wear the crown. Nova and Heavy Hitter, they rise from the dust. For the cause, they never back down. With Big Boy Leroy and sleep firmly underground. In the face of danger, they fight through it all. Champions of hope, they rise to the top. Through shadows of doubt, they light up the way. With power and purpose, they seize every day. Their enemy tremble in the dark. Nova and Heavy Hitter, our heroes embark in the big galaxy that's covered by night. They bring the fire and ammunition to ignite. For it's Alpha they serve, their honor was true. Nova and Heavy Hitter, they rise from the dust. Fighting for the cause, they never back down. With Big Boy Leroy and speak firmly underground. In the face of danger, they fight through it all. Champions of hope, they rise to the top. For every shadow, they bring the light. Nova and Alpha, defenders of the right.
Talking AGP, anti-gravity project, I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the Evil Address and the Pink Miss Will, got the dark matter token going up, I can tell. Hey, I can tell this is the start of something fresh. Shout out Hex Revision and Donna Hex, yes. I confess, Hexicans don't stress, cause as a community we one up. So tell me, are you in, or tell me, are you out? Do you want to win, or do you chase the clout? What is this really about? The treasury and lottery. If you meant dark tokens, you can get a part of it. So how does it work? Let me explain. First you buy the dark token, now you're in the game. Then you mint the dark and get a fuel cell. That's an NFT, one that earns yield. As long as you have it, it feels like magic. But if you vaporize the NFT, that's tragic. So most think crypto is a game. Are you here for the fame or here to make a name? See, Hexicans reign, we create our own lane. I thought I told you, we the new financial gain. AGProject.io was the flow. And if you know what I know, then you know what I know. That's just how it go. Something like to support the team, the dream, Public service announcement. T.me/anti-gravity saga is the telegram. Tap in. It's for y'all. I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell.